guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. I recently ran into some very exciting, or at least what I initially thought was some very exciting news. If you have been following my channel for a little while now, you'll know that I had reviewed the Acrocanthosaurus by Terra Battat, and I love the Terra by Battat figures. I really do. I think they're all absolutely awesome, or at least the ones that I own. And unfortunately, when they were starting to re-release them, they released a whole bunch of figures, absolutely beautiful figures, but then they stopped. They had some more very nice ones. I've seen a lot of pictures of their older ones, and they had a lot more nice figures to come, and then they just stopped releasing them, and I don't know why. I feel like they were selling really well, because every time I've gone to my Target, or any Target for that matter, they were always off the shelves, gone, sold out, or very low quantities. In fact, when they released the Acrocanthosaurus and the Tyrannosaurus Rex, I had a heck of a time just trying to locate some. I had to drive to quite a few different Targets before I ever even found them. And yeah, so I felt like they were selling pretty well, and then they just stopped. As I said, I don't know why or what happened, that they decided to discontinue the line. And then all of a sudden I heard some wonderful news that Terra by Battat was releasing some more of the dinosaurs. They were coming back out, and then they were gonna drop a whole bunch more figures on us. But the only problem is they're different now. This is the new Terra by Battat figure that I was able to acquire. I know they have quite a few more coming out, but unfortunately this was the only one that was at my Target that I could find. And yeah, I mean, I'm pretty unhappy about it, to be honest. It's not that it's an absolutely awful looking figure. I mean, it looks okay, but it's just not the Battat figures that I like, you know? I like the smaller ones, and I like the they're like that rubberish material. They just look beautiful. They don't look like a child's toy. They look more like a nice, well done model. And this clearly is a child's toy, and it is definitely made to cash in, I'd imagine, on the release of Jurassic World 2 Fallen Kingdom coming out this year. And I guess they just decided to go with more of a child's type of a toy as opposed to their beautiful, scientifically accurate models that they were releasing. And that's such a bummer to me. I mean, I'll take anything coming out from Terra by Battat just because, you know, I'm just dying to get more of their stuff, as I didn't own a lot of their other ones. I wasn't collecting when they had released them before, so I wasn't able to acquire a lot of the stuff that they had out. Like, they have a beautiful Diplodocus that I am just itching to own, and I don't know if I'm ever going to get a chance, especially if they're going to continue to release them like this, because I really don't think they'd release a Diplodocus like this. I mean, just look at the size of this Utahraptor. This Utahraptor is gigantic. So as you can see, I did run out, and I headed to my Target just because I had seen a few pictures of them online, of this actual model, well, toy, online, and I saw some pictures that I didn't think he looked that good, but a lot of the time I'll see things in pictures online, and then when I see them in person, they look totally different. And honestly, he doesn't look that great. I mean, he doesn't look terrible, so don't get me wrong, but I mean, he's not a Battat figure in my opinion. And the original, I have seen pictures of the original Utahraptor that they released from the other line, the older line, and I thought he looked fantastic, absolutely awesome. And this guy is not even close to as nice as that one was. But, I mean, at least Terra by Battat is making something, so I shouldn't complain too much. I should at least be happy that I did get something new, and I am. So I guess let's just get this guy out of the box. As you can see, I have not even taken him out yet. So we'll get him out of the box to take a closer look, and you guys can judge for yourselves whether you're excited about this new type of Terra by Battat figure or not. So I just opened up the box, pulled out the little screw deals on the bottom of his foot, unscrewed him, and then slid his tail out of that thing here in the back, the little tie. And this is going to be the first time that I actually get him out of the box and take a look at him. Now, normally when I get a dinosaur figure, I can't help my excitement. I always have to get them out of the box and look at them right away, because I'm very impatient and I love dinosaurs, as most people do. So I normally don't get to wait and share this moment with you guys, but today I did, just because I kind of felt that this Utahraptor looked so I wasn't super excited to get him out and look at him. But I mean, getting him out, he's not that bad, I guess. He's kind of nice looking. He's huge, I will tell you that much. Absolutely gigantic. And I remember that was the very first thing I thought as I walked up to him and saw him on the shelf was, man, that thing is huge. Gigantic, gigantic Utahraptor. But the first thing I could say straight off the bat that I do not like at all about this are these legs. They are so awkwardly fat. They look very strange. I can't recall off the top of my head if they actually look like this when on the older figures, but man, he has fat legs. Like there's like no muscle tone at all to them. I mean, a little bit here in the calf region, but the upper part of the leg just is obscenely fat. So yeah, I mean, he's got some fat legs, he's got some huge feet, he's got almost like clown-like feet. I do like the claws, the way they are pointed. They look like they're, you know, pretty sharp looking. They're not at all. So if you're gonna buy this for a toy, it's perfectly safe. But they have a type of they have a look to them that they could appear like they maybe would be Velociraptor or Utahraptor claws, some sort of a raptor claw. The sickle toe claw here actually looks very good, but I feel like these ones actually are a little bit too big. They're pretty long for being claws on the lower toes here. They're just awfully huge. The arms look pretty good. I mean, they don't look terrible, I guess. They look alright. And I do love the shape overall of the raptor, and the head definitely looks beautiful as far as the shape goes, but it's just such a generic, cheap looking toy. Like you can see inside the mouth here on the side of it doesn't even connect to the bottom jaw, which is very, very depressing. The eyes and the mouth, well, the eyes and the tongue do light up, and they do this, which I actually do like that roar. I think the roar is pretty nice. It's pretty cool. Sounds very raptor-ish. But overall, this is not the Battat that I want. It's not the Battat that I love, but at least it's something. The other side here is very, very poorly done in my opinion, because there are just screw holes everywhere. You can see there's one here in the neck with the screw, one up here in the back. You've got one here on the underside, got one here on the tail. So there are screws all over the place, which is a very, very distracting part of this dinosaur figure. So if you are gonna pose it from this side and keep it over here, you know, I mean, it looks okay-ish. I don't even know if I could say that. The fat legs just drive me crazy. I just can't deal with the fat legs on this thing. I don't know, they just look so silly and ridiculous. But overall, like I said, it's something, so it's better than nothing. But I would rather the original line, the beautiful line that we all know and love by Battat. Even the paint on this isn't very, very nicely applied. The mouth with these little yellow spots in the black, the yellow spots are pretty sloppy looking to me. They don't look very good. But I guess you're not going for a scientifically accurate dinosaur model. You're going for a toy to please children, but even still, this thing isn't very nice. If you look here in the mouth, actually, you can see that the tongue is even crooked here in the mouth, like the lower jaw should be over, or the tongue should be over. And yeah, just another little addition to the sloppiness of this figure. I like the tail, I can say that. I like these nice little stripes in the tail. I can't really recall what the color scheme was of the original, but I feel like it was similar to this, so maybe that's just a full-blown copy of the color scheme from the first one. I don't really remember, but I do like the idea behind the color scheme. I think that the color scheme could be very cool if it was applied better on a better model, but I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to say about this. On the plus side, one of the few redeeming factors of this Utahraptor is that he stands really well. He does have articulation in both legs, and they move really well. The tail moves, but not much, a little bit. As I said, the arms, they move, but it's mostly this one. This one is used for that. The mouth moves, but as you can see, that's as closed as it's gonna get. It doesn't go any more closed than that. So overall, I'm very, very let down. I'm very sad that Battat has gone this route, and I will hope and pray and keep my fingers crossed for the future that they go back to the models that they used to make and the ones that we all love. But I guess for now we're stuck with this, so I don't know. It's better than nothing, but I'm not sure how many of them I'll buy. I haven't seen the Tyrannosaurus. I know they have it out in some kind of a cave set, but it's like $40 for the cave set, and if it's half as ugly as this Utahraptor is, I don't know if I'll even be buying it. I kind of wonder how big it is, because this Utahraptor is absolutely huge. So I am very intrigued to see the T-Rex in person, but whether or not I'll actually purchase it, and review it here on the channel, I don't know. That's just all up in the air. It's something I'll probably decide when I actually do see it. As far as the actual size of this goes, you're looking at 11.5 inches long, and he's about 7 inches tall. So he's a very big figure, he's a very big toy, and he was only $10, so it's a good price for something this big. And you can see that there are some decent detail that's been sculpted into it. It's not bad at all as far as the sculpt work that they put into it, as far as the detail of the body, but it's just an overall kind of an ugly figure, mostly in my opinion because of the legs. This little area right here is what is just driving me crazy, because it just looks very bad in my opinion. But other than that, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's definitely better than most of the Walmart toys you see out there of dinosaur figures. So it's something cool you could definitely get for your kids, but something that as a collector, and most collectors might agree with me, they probably aren't going to really be too interested in something like this. But I could be wrong. Heck, maybe you guys like some sort of a dinosaur toy in your life. Looking at the teeth, actually, the teeth kind of look like they've been sculpted out individually. So there is a little bit of a plus to this figure. I do like that. I mean, the more I'm staring at him, the more I'm kind of warming up to him a little bit. He's not the worst thing in the world, but maybe it's just my initial disgust over them continuing the line like this, changing all of what we love about Battat and taking it and making it a child's toy. Just kind of has me a little upset, but I guess it's not the worst thing, as I said, in the world, and I do like that noise. That's a pretty fun noise. So yeah, they're available at your local Target right now online as far as that goes. I don't know exactly where you can purchase these guys. I will try to figure it out. I don't know if Target is selling them. I did search Target's website when I first heard that they were in stock, and I couldn't find them on the website. So I actually had to go to the store and purchase him, which isn't that bad, but the store is like 45 minutes from me, so it was probably a little easier had I just ordered it online. But regardless, he doesn't look that bad, I guess. He's kind of a fun Utahraptor, but not the Terra by Battat that I want. So hopefully they'll return to the original type of a style figure in the future. As I said, I will try to find somewhere that you can purchase these guys. Maybe you can find them on eBay right now, but I don't know if Target actually has them in stock on the website. I will check for you guys, but if not, head out to your local Target and acquire one of these if you want one. And I will have maybe more of these Terra by Battat figures, but I definitely have more of the older ones to review. So keep watching the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.